Hey guys, Jay Teagues here, and today I'm going to give you a book review on the book Mindset. But before I do that, I want to talk to you about my book reviews and how I'm going to do this going forward. Earlier in the year, I had committed to doing book reviews. I started off by doing some, and then I just kind of quit doing them. I've read a bunch of books and just didn't do any more. And I started thinking about why, because I really want to give some valuable nuggets. What I don't want to do is I don't want to give you a Cliff Notes version. I don't want to give you a summary of the book, because then you're likely to not go out and read it. You can find a summary and Cliff Notes version of any book out on the internet. And I just have you consider that anytime you read a book, you're going to have your own perception, you're going to have your own takeaways, you're going to have your own way of applying the knowledge that are in these books to your life. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about some of the things that stood out to me and how I can incorporate and action things into my life. So this book is called Mindset. I apologize for the camera being backwards, but it is what it is. Carol Dweck, Ph.D. from Stanford University, wrote this book about mindset and on the topic of parenting, business, relationships, and education, learning. And there's over 2 million copies printed. I know a lot of friends that have read this book, and as you can see by the tabs, I got a lot of takeaways. This would easily be in my top 10 books. I think it's a must read. And ultimately, the biggest takeaway is that people are either in one of two camps. You either have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. A fixed mindset is someone that believes that they have innate talent, a level of intelligence, physical ability, capability, and that is it. A growth mindset person believes that they can continue to grow and develop their talent, their intelligence, and their abilities over time. There are a lot of great examples in this book from a business perspective, talking about a variety of different CEOs, how CEOs of one company handle things versus another. They talked about sports stars like John McEnroe is very much a fixed mindset person in tennis versus like Michael Jordan, who was a growth mindset person, and the differences between them. A variety of coaches. It talked about relationships, which was a huge takeaway for me because I have dealt with this in my life. In a fixed relationship, a partner wants to be put on a pedestal. They want to be worshipped. They want to feel like they're perfect. In a growth mindset, a person wants to feel they want their partner to push them to feel growth, to feel challenged, to continue to learn. Not saying that not being put on a pedestal or worshipped, it's just their preference of the two. Because I think you can be a fixed mindset person and want to grow and develop. But if you would rather be worshipped and feel perfect, then you're probably of a fixed mindset. One of the quotes that I got away was, I divide the world into learners and non-learners. So fixed mindset people tend to be non-learners. They think they got everything and that's it, where growth mindset people continually learn. One big takeaway I got out of this was really in the growth and development of children. Praising children's intelligence. Hey, you're so smart. You did so great on that test. Good job. Those types of things are actually quite harmful to your child. This was something that just kind of stopped me in my tracks, and I had to reread it. What happens is kids, because of their level of thinking, they think that when they do good things, so you praise them for being intelligent and being smart, that's a good thing. But when you don't, they hit a snag or a problem, they think that they're a failure. So it shakes their confidence, and what you need to do is, instead of saying, hey, you did a great job on that test, you're so smart, you're so intelligent, you praise the hard work that they put into it, because that will make them want to learn and grow more. Versus if they don't feel that they're smart, if they do hit a snag and they're not getting a concept, they're going to feel that they're dumb, because they're at a different level of intelligence and different level of thinking. So you got to be very cognizant. And there's a bunch of different methodologies in this book to how to praise your children in a way, and that in itself is worth picking up the book. I tabbed that, I highlighted it, I'm going to incorporate that. Talks about conversations you should have at the dinner table and a bunch of other different methodologies. So that was big. Another quote: people with a fixed mindset think that the world needs to change to them. They feel entitled to something. They feel entitled to a job, a specific significant other, or a house, or things. They have this sense of entitlement. You probably all know somebody of that mindset. Versus people with a growth mindset feel that they can work, they can continue to grow and work toward the things that they want. The third quote, it's not always the people who start the smartest will end up being, it's not always the people who start the smartest who end up the smartest. Sorry, I butchered that. And that's basically just saying that some people in life, there's kids from elementary school who thought they were really smart, there's really smart kids in school. You can surpass them if you have the growth mindset. Some of those kids who have the fixed mindset are there. They've hit their peak level of intelligence, where where other people with the growth mindset can continue to grow throughout life and continue to learn. So, huge takeaway for me. I would say in my early years, I had a very, very much of a fixed mindset, and I was very adverse to learning new things and trying new things, thinking that I was dumb, I was incapable, I wasn't smart enough. And then later I learned that once I gained some confidence in learning some things, and I started reading on a regular basis and trying new things, I fully feel like I can learn nearly anything that I want. And I've become like a constant student of new things. It's helped me in regards to understanding my children better. It's helped me with relationships. It's helped me with, as I move forward toward developing a business, things that I need to incorporate. So, excellent read. Couldn't recommend it enough. Put it on your reading list and read this book because it will help you immensely. So, that's it. That's the topic of mindset. In the meantime, hope this serves you. Keep doing hard things. Talk to you later.